Question 5. A squash club has 10 players. How many games are required if every member plays against every other member? To calculate this, we need the combination of 10 objects taken 2 at a time. So 10c2 is equal to 10 factorial over 10 minus 2 factorial times 2 factorial. A factorial means 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 and so on. 2 factorial is 2 times 1, and 10 minus 2 is obviously 8 factorial. So before you grab your calculator and start pressing buttons, just look at the numbers. We've got 10 factorial over 8 factorial, and if you remember, 10 factorial is 10 times 9 times 8 and so on, which means that we can cancel 8 factorial with most of the 10 factorial. So we end up with 10 times 9, and 2 factorial is 2 times 1, which is obviously 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5, and 5 nines are 45. So we've actually calculated it without using our calculator. By all means use your calculator to check, but make sure you have 2 independent ways of finding an answer. Okay, part B. To reduce the number of games, it was decided to create 5 groups of 2. So you have 5 games, and then you've got 5 players left. So those 5 players, you're going to have 5 C2. You're going to have a combination of 5 players taken 2 at a time. 5c2 is obviously 5 factorial over 3 factorial times 2 factorial, which gives you 10 separate games. Okay, you had 5 in the beginning, and then there's 1 final, so the total number is then going to be 16 instead of 45. Okay, part C. State with reasons why you think this answer is correct. The 5 games in the first round mean that we effectively have 5c2 in the second round. 5c2 is 10, whereas 10c2 is 45, and that's where the main difference comes from. So then we've got 5 games in the first round, 10 in the second round, and then 1 final. So we're expecting an answer not very far from 10.